Joined now with the battery of that 83 World Series, Rick Dempsey and Scott McGregor. Scott, first off, let's establish, what are you doing right now? What's your job?
I'm a rehab coordinator down in Sarasota, working with all the guys, and spent a lot of time with Johan Santana before his freak accident that happened to him, and Dylan Bundy down there, and Manny when he was down there hurt for a while. So doing that, working with all the young pitchers down there, and then the last 2 weeks, had a little stint in Bowie. Took over for the pitching coach for a couple weeks. Got to get a good look at some of the young pitchers for 2 or 3 starts in the bullpen. It was fun. That's nice. But I'm heading back to Florida tomorrow.
Scotty, I know you've had a chance to work with Kevin Gausman. You've seen him in the minor leagues and everything, and he came up here and pitched an unbelievably good game. I think he stepped across the line. What are your thoughts about him so far?
Well, that's what he needed to do. For a while, the way things were going, you begin to wonder if he was going to be better off as your closer or something like that. But he had that changeup going where it was a good pitch. He's got the nice split, but that's just a strikeout pitch. But he had the changeup, the fastball, the slider working, and he was aggressive in the zone. It was great.
Now, when you look at Gausman, you mentioned that thing about a closer. Were there some thoughts in the organization that they might make him a relief pitcher?
Well, last year when I was up there in the bullpen, he was unbelievable coming out of there. He's coming out throwing 98 bullets knee high, and then he throw that split. But as a starting pitcher, you've got to take another step, like Demper said, and I think he's on his way. I'd love to see him do it again tonight.
Yeah, you know better than anybody how you have to change speeds, and I don't even care. If he throws 100 miles an hour, which he's been to before, you still have to find a way to have command of your off-speed pitches, and I think that's really what's taken this kid so far.
Yeah. You throw hard 100 miles an hour, you better be pinpoint because these guys can hit it. So, the change of speed is going to get you quicker outs, get you deeper into the game.
Scotty, one thing that was great about you, because you didn't have the 99-mile-an-hour fastball, but you knew how to hide the ball. How important is it to be able to hide the ball where, just like Chen last night, just comes out of his hand, it just jumped by people last night?
Well, you look at Koji, Huey Harder, or something like that. Myself, guys used to tell me they never picked up the ball, and I had my glove up here so I could actually wiggle it a little bit, deception, and deception is everything on the mound, and that's why you can't cookie cutter things. Some guys are better on the left side, right side, but whatever it is where the guys have a hard time picking you up, that's a great advantage.
Is it advantageous for you to change body rhythm at the same time? That's kind of a little twist.
Well, I think it's how they take the ball back. A lot of times some guys will take the ball back to overspin and they'll show it to them. I think as long as they're taking their hand back to second base, it stays within the body, then they can come firing through.
Scott, when you completed Game 5 of the World Series in 1983 in Philadelphia, the two of you walked off as world champions. What was it like for you pitching that game and your memories of it that stood out most?
Well, it was awesome. That team had been together for a while after we got traded over, and we were together for 8 years. We messed it up in '79, and we weren't about to do that again in '83. We were up 3-1 again, and nobody said a thing in '83. So we need to win tomorrow. And we got it done, and we got a great home run from the power-hitting Rick Dempsey in that game.
Yeah, that's right.
World Series '83 MVP Rick Dempsey and Game 5 winning pitcher of the '83 World Series against the Phillies, Scott McGregor. And Scott doing a great job working for the Orioles behind the scenes.